Me and Kev were once in a situation with this just horrible girl, and he threw me under the bus. He left me out to the wolves. We were at this punk show, and she was going on and on about how all these white guys in here, and how they're probably the kinds of white guys, the tiki torch kind of white guys, talking about how racist they were. And then Kev's like, oh no, well, I know I can't say it for him, and he points at me, but I know I'm not a fucking white supremacist. I know I'm not a fucking racist. And I was like, what the fuck? So he threw me to the wolves. So you know what? Throwing him back. Shouldn't your lap 2 be more than a second better than lap 2? No, not with Swerve. Swerve starts at like full speed right out the gate, so it doesn't. It's not the case with this. That was also the same girl that asked me. So listen to this, guys. I've told this story before, but okay. So I was wearing my Cowboy Bebop shirt, and she just asked me, she was like, what's that? And I was like, oh, it's from an anime. And she was like, what anime? I was like, Cowboy Bebop. And she was like, is that Korean? She asked, is that Korean? So I say, oh no, it's Japanese. And she was like, oh. And so I thought she was embarrassed, because that's one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard in my life, for someone to ask if an anime shirt is Korean. And I'm like, oh, same shit anyways. Yeah, same shit. And then she snaps. And then she's like, no, it really isn't. And so now I look like I just said that to try to make her feel better, to try to not make her feel like such a fucking idiot. And now she's coming at me, looking at me like I'm some fucking like bigot who doesn't know the difference between Japanese and Korean. Like, can you believe that, dude? I'm still mad about that. And then, after that happens is when Kev throws me to the wolves like that, by the way. Let me give you a full timeline. So then after all that, Kev adds to it by saying, oh, I don't know about him, but I'm not a fucking racist. Can you believe that, dude? What betrayal?